3 weeks. That's how long the basketball world waited with bated breath. 3 weeks since Caitlin Clark limped off the court against the New York Liberty, a strained quad interrupting what was quickly becoming a historic rookie campaign. The defending champions probably felt like they'd dodged a bullet. Clark was out. The Fever were vulnerable. The Liberty kept rolling. Game after game, undefeated. But if anyone thought that would be the end of Caitlin Clark's story, they were mistaken. Because when Clark returned on June 14th, she didn't just play. She exploded. And in doing so, she changed everything. From the moment she stepped back on the hardwood, there was something different in the air. You could feel it during warm-ups. Her movements were sharp. Her eyes locked in. She wasn't just testing her legs. She was preparing for a statement. The Liberty, unbeaten and confident, waited across the court, expecting to smother her early, like they had weeks prior. But what happened next left fans, opponents, and commentators in stunned disbelief. In 31 minutes, Caitlin Clark torched the Liberty for 32 points, 9 assists, and 8 rebounds. She hit 7 three-pointers, tying her career high. But it wasn't just the numbers that made jaws drop. It was how she did it. The precision. The poise. The purpose. The Liberty had come in riding high, undefeated through the first part of the season, stomping through the league like it was already theirs. They had bullied Clark the last time she played them. She left that game physically battered, and if we're being honest, some fans started questioning whether the rookie phenom could hold up to the grind of the WNBA. Was the hype too much? Could she bounce back? Clark answered that question in 38 seconds. That's all it took. 3 logo threes. Each one deeper than the last. 38 seconds of basketball that changed the tone of the entire season. The first shot came from 34 feet out. The crowd murmured, then erupted. The second was from 28 feet. The bench stood up. Fans leapt to their feet. The third, from a staggering 31 feet, arced so high it seemed to scrape the roof before swishing through the net with perfect precision. No rim. No luck. Just pure shooting artistry. It was as if Clark had never missed a game. And suddenly, the momentum shifted. Even Breanna Stewart, one of the WNBA's most respected stars, was caught on camera shaking her head in disbelief. Her coach, Sandy Brondello, couldn't hide her shock. This wasn't just a rookie getting hot. This was a generational player reclaiming the narrative, live, in front of 2.22 million viewers. The second most watched WNBA game ever aired on that network. And it belonged to Clark. From there, she never slowed down. She attacked the rim with the same speed and tenacity that had made her a household name. The quad injury. It might as well have never happened. She cut through defenders, slung pinpoint passes across the court, and operated the offense with the control of a seasoned veteran. Every play, every possession, she was in command. But Caitlin Clark didn't just come back to remind everyone she was the face of the WNBA's future. She came back to make the Fever whole again. This wasn't a one-woman show. For the first time all season, 5 players scored in double digits for Indiana. Kelsey Mitchell, a player who had struggled early, lit up the fourth quarter with 10 clutch points, finishing with 22 total. Sophie Cunningham, returning from her own ankle injury, played her most complete game of the season and posted a plus 31 rating, the highest on the team. Aaliyah Boston, the defensive anchor of the squad, grabbed 11 rebounds and added 10 points, holding her own in the paint against a Liberty team known for its physical dominance. Lexi Hull knocked down 3 of 4 three-point attempts and finished with 14 points, proving that Clark's presence had a ripple effect that unlocked everyone else's potential. Sydney Colson brought leadership and toughness to the floor, making smart decisions and dropping dimes when the game was hanging in the balance. This wasn't the same Fever team that had limped through Clark's absence with a 2-3 record. This was a team reborn. But make no mistake, it started with Clark. Her 32-point masterpiece wasn't just a comeback. It was a statement to the rest of the league. A reminder that when she's on the court, nothing is out of reach. 7 three-pointers. 11 field goals on 20 attempts. 55% shooting while being guarded by some of the best defenders in the WNBA. No easy looks. No excuses. And no mercy. The Fever hit a franchise record 17 threes on 48% shooting from deep. They dropped 102 points on the defending champions, handing the Liberty their first loss of the season. A team that prided itself on defensive dominance watched helplessly as Clark orchestrated a shooting clinic from every inch of the floor. This was not the game plan New York expected. And perhaps most telling of all, when Clark sat out for a stretch in the fourth quarter, the team didn't collapse. They extended their lead. The movement, the confidence, the chemistry, it all remained intact. The Fever weren't just feeding off her energy. They had internalized it. This win wasn't just a thrilling regular season game. It was a turning point. For Indiana. For Caitlin. For the WNBA. For weeks, the headlines had been dominated by injury talk, by foul controversies, by doubt. Could she handle the physicality? Could she keep up with the league's elite? Was the hype sustainable? And with one breathtaking performance, Clark erased all of it. She didn't just come back. She reminded everyone why she was there in the first place. What makes it even more poetic is that she did it against the very team that sidelined her. The Liberty had delivered the hit that forced her out. Now they were the audience to her revenge. And Clark didn't gloat. She didn't trash talk. She let the scoreboard speak. She let the ball do the talking. The final buzzer echoed through Gainbridge Fieldhouse, and the crowd roared. The players smiled. And Clark, ever composed, walked off the court knowing she had delivered not just for herself, but for her team, for her fans, and for the league. But beyond the stats, beyond the drama, lies the most important takeaway. This wasn't just about Caitlin Clark's return. It was about what this Fever team can become. They didn't just win. They grew. They learned how to win as a unit. And now the rest of the league has to take notice. Caitlin Clark isn't just a phenom. She's a force. And when she's locked in, surrounded by teammates who believe and execute like they did on this night, the Indiana Fever are not just contenders. They are dangerous. So now we ask, what comes next? Are we witnessing the rise of a new WNBA powerhouse? Can Caitlin Clark lead this team deep into the playoffs? Is this the beginning of something historic? Let us know in the comments below what you thought of Clark's incredible return. Was this her greatest performance yet? Can the Fever sustain this momentum? And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss another moment of greatness from Caitlin Clark and the WNBA's rising stars.